How would you describe all of your friends? Let's talk about that more this week in Weekly Wisdom. Good day, everybody. Happy Weekly Wisdom Day to you. So, one thing I want to talk about today is friendship and how we define it. So, I think it's interesting that so easily do we call people friends. I think growing up, when I was younger in elementary school, middle school, high school, and even, my freshman year of college, when I was new there and I didn't know anybody, I was so quick and have been so quick to call people friend. But what I think about is that far too often we put everybody we call friend into the friend box. And then when something, happens, whether, they said something on social media or they responded in a certain way, or when we needed them, we felt like they weren't there, we're quick to try to throw them out of the box. You know, what I want us to think about here is, what if we thought about friendship as being different layers? And that truly some people we're going to have closer to us than others. You know what? Like, why not even take it a step further and not call everybody a friend necessarily? You know, I think what we have to understand is, at the end of the day, the base of a friendship is it is a type of relationship. I often tell people that when you are on the water and doing stuff, you don't go to the lake necessarily and have a yacht at the local lake potentially, or you're not going out into the ocean with a rowboat necessarily. You have to understand in the situation you're in the context you're in the season of your life in, like, who are the people that you need? Just the same way that when you realize the body of water that you're in, you're going to need a certain vessel to navigate that body of water. You see, I think back to, I had a friend years ago in grad school where we got into a situation where they said something that truly was disrespectful. But at the end of the day, what I understood was that at that time, as much as I called them a friend, they were not as deep as a friend as I had for those that I went to undergrad with. For those that I grew up with, for my best friend from 8th grade, so when they said something, yes, I was offended, and yes, I was hurt, but I didn't automatically go to the cancel culture button to throw them out of the box. And so you're probably like, wait, so what does all this mean? I'm still missing it here. The point is that if you truly took the time to define your friendships in a way where you did not have necessarily expectations overall, but you also understood who are the people closest to you and who are the people that, might be a little bit more distant, then you may not get hurt as much. Now, I want us to also think about this definition of friendship in terms of, do we truly know the people that we're calling friend as well? Because if we truly took the time to know them, then certain things they do we would truly understand if it should surprise us or not. Some of us have people that we're just like, oh, I went to school with them and, I had third period lunch with them, back in high school. And so, we sit at the same table. So we just been cool ever since then. Yeah, that's my friend. And then in these times, they put something on social media or they don't respond in a certain way to what's going on in the world and social media or something like that. And then we get hurt. We're like, what happened to my friend? What happened to my friend? Well, did we actually take the time over the years to get to know them, or did we just allow them to just be social media friends after we were no longer physically in the same space with them on a regular basis? So again, at the end of the day, all I want us to understand today is define your friendships. Define them in a way that you understand the different layers that are there in terms of how deep you want to go with that person. But I also want you to flip it and understand, do I go deep with these other people? With certain, how does that look when it comes down to it, when it's all said and done? As I've begun to, truly define my friendships, I've truly begun to understand, who to call on when I'm definitely in certain binds. But I've also been able to, definitely know when I just want to just catch up with people, different things like that. Like when I'm in the different stages and seasons of my life, I know who to go to and when. But I also know who's going to reach out when I'm going through something as well. So hopefully you grab something from this week's Weekly Wisdom. Peace and blessings. One love.